We're gonna call this meeting to order at 6:30. Everybody please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
All right. We'll get a roll call, Sally?
Kate Stanley,
Present.
Mark Bell,
Here.
Ron Thompson,
Sure, I'm here.
Roger Pruitt.
Here.
Diane Foster. Here.
All right. And any adjustments to the agenda within the category? No? Any public comment? No? Anything on the owl, actually? Is there anybody attending on the owl?
No.
There is nobody attending?
Correct.
Okay. So with that, we can skip public comment. There's no consent agenda, operation actions or board action. Our board action item tonight. Move right into it. Would be the appointment of the board secretary as the primary person responsible for the operating of the audio visual equipment at board meetings, with the general manager as backup. Description is the district board meetings are broadcast live to members of the public through advanced audio visual equipment from Owl Labs. The board secretary is tasked with taking board meeting minutes. Operating the audio visual equipment fits well as part of the board secretary's secretarial duties. The requested outcome would be appoint the board secretary as the primary person to be responsible for operating audio visual equipment at the board meetings with the district manager as backup, and direct the general manager to purchase necessary computer equipment and software for use by the board secretary in furtherance of this appointment in an amount not to exceed $5,000. I'll open it up to Roger.
Yeah, I have no problem with Sally taking over doing that, but that just seems like a whole lot of money to.
Yeah, I don't think we need to.
That's, yeah, we've already wasted money on a bunch of other silly stuff. That just seems like a lot.
I would agree with that, but I think we have someone important, sort of staff, I say, that I think we need to Sally. So before we do any voting, I'd like to hear from her on taking on this.
Okay, well, then let's go through the board members and then we'll ask Alice questions. Ron?
Yes, I have some. We went down to Best Buy and we shopped around for a laptop and decided that an external drive would be beneficial for recording volume. And we got a pretty good deal. We bought a laptop that touch screen, everything. Anyway, Sally liked it. We got that. We got the hard drive. We got a Geek Squad 2-year, everything covered. Out the door, $1,425.17.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good with Sally taking over the owl.
Sally, do you want to answer the question from Mark?
I'd be happy to do whatever you guys like. I'm okay with it. I do like, that we have a backup, because I was like, oh my gosh, what happens if I just can't be there for some reason? So that's awesome. And yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And I'm good with it too. Obviously, just because we got to get this going and want to make sure it's all handled by our September board meeting. That's why we called. I wanted to call this meeting, so we can kind of get some things handled. So our other board meetings aren't going as long and we don't have to spend so much time doing this stuff. So with that said,
Can we go around again?
yeah, go ahead. Well, actually, Roger.
Okay, so he said that they went and, did you already purchase one?
Ron kind of jumped down a little bit, but that's.
Sal and I went down to Best Buy and shopped.
Shot, but it hasn't been purchased yet or anything like that.
It's done.
I did bring it. This is it. I
Okay.
haven't, it took like 3 hours I haven't even fully set it up yet, because it was downloading all the updates. So that, I was gonna ask you guys, it wants me to create an email So I was just gonna do something generic like PUD secretary. Are you guys okay with that or?
Well, and I
Should
think,
I-
well, let's go through this a little bit more, cause I know Ron wasn't supposed to necessarily do that. We probably should have waited. So he's taking a bit of a risk at this point to making sure if we can get this approved, right?
This is happening on kind of a consistent basis of people spending the public's money without getting approval.
Well, so here's the thing, and cause we're just gonna do this. He didn't spend anybody's money but his own, he spent his own money.
Okay,
So that's where this actually comes into where if he wanted to take that risk and do it, I said, I'm not gonna stop him. So.
March one.
I'm gonna go down to the same area because what you have on here is that the general manager's purchase of equipment, which is typical for something like this. Something you have authority over. What we also heard now, like Roger said earlier, that it's not 5K, it's under 2K. So we probably ought to take care of both of those things. And maybe that means maybe we fuss the direct general manager to reimburse payment for computer equipment, something like that.
Yeah, I think that would be proper. Ron, anything else to add?
Well, is everybody okay with that? I paid for it with my credit card.
Oh, I'm fine with it. It just seems like the money's being spent before anybody has anything to say about it. That's my only concern. It's, the public's money, not ours.
Well, right, and that was, so let me just clarify. Ron was taking a risk
Right.
buying Sally that computer with his own money, hoping that he could get refunded and that we could be approved on that.
Yep.
So he didn't spend the district's money at all, he spent his own money, so therefore, him taking that risk, hoping that he could get reimbursed it's a risk, but he did not spend any of that money, cause we still have to, he didn't spend any of the public's money.
Right.
We wouldn't be spending any of the public's money, just to be clarifying, until we actually approve it.
Okay.
So that's where.
No, I appreciate you doing it. I think it's great that you did it. I just want to make sure that public's money is
No, I,
approved by everybody, not just, but yeah, great job, kudos to you for getting a great deal on it and, something.
maybe I am at risk,
Yeah,
but it's, what this is gonna do is gonna fulfill what the grand jury wanted to take the GM out of the minutes for.
that's fine.
And this to satisfy that, so I made a judgment call, I'll get it. And we'll get it done in this meeting, and then all be closed, and we can move on from there.
Perfect.
So
That's my favorite.
so my comment is that we actually, in response to Roger's comment, we didn't jump the gun. This was supposed to be on the agenda last August and it was taken off. It was submitted. It was not put on. You've talked to Sally, I've talked to Sally, Ron's talked to Sally. And Sally is okay with this. So we kind of asked her in advance. So this isn't anything that we sprung on, maybe to you guys, but it was supposed to be discussed last August. And for some reason, we didn't discuss it. So that's why Ron did what he did.
So I'm just, I don't want to go back and forth, but a little unclear. You said last August.
This,
August, you
this,
mean a year ago?
you mean, no, she means the two.
Oh,
Last
the
August
prior,
meeting.
the prior meeting.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Last
I can
August.
see how I could easily get.
I should take out the word last.
Yes, go ahead, one more comment.
If you guys wanna stick it to me, go ahead.
No, that ain't.
Well, then let's just get on with it.
So, I think a good, motion here, so the one thing, so I'd like to make a motion that we approve, that the board secretary position take over the duties of the OWL and the, audiovisual, responsibilities for our, board meetings and that, so, let's just make that motion and get that, let's just go with that first. Can I get a second on that?
I second it.
Okay, there's no public here. Is there anything on the owl?
No.
Okay, coming back, can I get a roll call vote, please, Sally?
Could you, wait, before you do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you really fumbled a bit there. Could you read back that motion, please?
Okay, so, yeah, Sally, can you read that motion?
Yeah. Chase made a motion to approve the board secretary to take over the OWL/visual and audio for board meeting minutes, or for board minutes.
For the board meeting.
For board minutes for meetings.
Audio and visual control for the board meetings,
Okay.
the board secretary position.
Meetings. Okay. And then Diane seconded that.
Okay, so read it back one more time.
So Chase made a motion to approve the board secretary to take over the OWL / visual controls for the board, for board meetings.
And seconded by
You don't wanna
Dan.
plus that one more time from the owl, audio and visual?
Audio and visual.
Yeah.
Put up, okay, so let's just bust with it, okay.
This then, like
It'd be
Chase made a motion.
Appoint the board secretary as the primary person responsible for operating audio visual equipment at the board meetings. With the district manager as backup.
There you go.
There we go, that first line right there. Diane, are you still okay with the second? one?
Yes, I second that.
Okay.
Okay. Is everybody good with that?
Yes.
Okay, roll call,
Okay, Chase Downey,
yes.
Mark Bell,
Yes.
Ron Thompson,
Yes.
Roger Pruitt.
Yes,
And Diane Foster.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Then I would also like to make another motion to approve reimbursement to Director Ron Thompson for the amount of
$1,425.17.
$1,425.17 for the purchase of the
You have the receipt for it right there.
okay, perfect.
And I would like to pick that up tomorrow, because I paid my credit card off.
Hank, is that something that we can get done tomorrow?
11 o'clock.
No, we won't have anybody cut checks.
When's the soonest we can
Tuesdays
get?
are the days we cut checks.
So Tuesdays are the days we cut check. I know I've signed checks on Wednesdays before. Is there any way we can get that done any sooner?
I'll have to look and see when Angela's gonna be available. I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head.
Off the top of your head?
Yeah,
Can we get it done this week?
I don't know if she's
Is it a
gonna see the
possibility?
rest of this week. We cut checks on Tuesday.
On Tuesdays are
so-
typical.
But I know next Tuesday we'll be cutting checks. In between there, I don't know.
Ron, are you okay with waiting until next Tuesday if we have to?
If there's no late charge, you'll be liable.
No, it's on you. And you said in the very beginning it was on you.
Then I want payment tomorrow.
Well, hold on. Let's, so Ron,
Or Thursday, at the latest.
well, Ron, let's be reasonable. Cause there shouldn't be a late charge, you just purchased that thing, so, and. You went out beforehand and all that stuff, and that's okay, and I don't begrudge you for that, and I don't think there's gonna be a late charge. But I think we're waiting reasonably till Tuesday is
I
fine,
see.
you understand? I think Tuesday's okay, okay,
Not gonna pay
as
it back.
long as we're gonna pay you back, we're gonna get you paid back.
I don't believe Hank, by the way.
No,
I don't see why we can't.
Ron, Ron,
No, guys are just running around the thing.
no, I'm not running around it at all, I'm not running around, come sit, come and have a conversation.
He can write a check any day of the week.
Yeah.
Ron, all we're saying is. When Angela's in the
I know
office,
what you're saying.
Well,
Wait, and he'll get me a check.
we'll get it, on the normal day they cut checks, Hank says Tuesday, but I'm saying if we can get it done sooner, and he's just, cause Angela's not here.
Thursday.
Used to, but Tuesday's the day.
Oh, now we've changed it?
Well, I've signed checks today on Tuesday, so
I get it.
please,
I
cause
get
we
it.
have other stuff to discuss too, and
Oh,
we
this
would
is-
like, cause we're trying to have a civil conversation without a protest.
Well, possibility now. because
It shouldn't be past, it shouldn't be past civility, Ron. You agreed, and I said you should probably wait till Wednesday to do this when we were talking. And I said, probably wait till Wednesday till after we actually get approved. And I said, that's fine, either you or myself. Now, I can pay you back if you want that to happen now. I can give you the money and I'll wait to get reimbursed and we can make the motion for that if you'd like. I'll pay, I don't care.
I think that's the point. I think that Hank can do
But-
it.
And that's, I'm not trying to argue that point, but I can wait. It's not that
I
big a
also
deal.
did this.
And I'm, okay,
You didn't have to down there.
and I appreciate that.
We talked about
But then like I said, I can cut you a check tomorrow if you'd like. I'll cut you a check, reimburse you, but then we can make the motion.
it. I want it from him Thursday.
But we can't demand things like that.
Why not?
necessarily.
He
Why
can
not?
do it.
Check.
He can make it.
He signed it every week.
I'm not buying what Hank is saying. He's just doing this on purpose.
But so let's try to have a more of a civil conversation here, so we're not getting so, because it shouldn't be that hard to get. We just want Sally to have a computer for the thing.
But you can ask him to do that. We can ask him to do the check and he should cut a check. You can't tell me that Angela's the only person that cuts checks. If she is, well, I mean, I'm assuming that Hank can do it too.
Hank, is that true?
I do not cut checks. That's part of our separation of duties. So Angela cuts checks with LSL. They do it on Tuesdays.
They do it on Tuesdays. Is what in our policy or in our work around do we have to where we can cut a check?
For a public agency, cutting checks weekly is pretty good. Cutting checks multiple times a week. It happens. I don't know what Angela's schedule is this week. When I find that out, I can tell you.
The LSL comes down and in the office and
On the
does the
phone.
checks
I'm sure they do.
on
it.
the phone.
No,
LSL can do it. You just.
On Zoom, okay, Zoom. Is there a possibility we can get that done? If not, like I said, I can, if we can't do it that way. And you want your money by tomorrow, if you need it, I can make you a check. Okay, so here, I got it. So. I'll make a motion.
Are you going to, we already have a motion
What did I say?
We don't need
to approve the,
For the reimbursement, okay, and then,
You wanna just rescind that motion and start over?
yeah, let's rescind that. And then, so I'll make a motion. That the district reimburses. Ron Thompson by Thursday, and if they cannot meet that deadline. President Dowling will reimburse Ron Thompson by Thursday, and then the district will reimburse President Dowling. How's that? This shouldn't be that big of a deal. right?
No, that's not the point. The point is, and I don't think on the cash disbursements, it's arranged that way that, because they show when the checks were issued. Because I've checked all those cash disbursements and I've never seen a pattern that it was once a week, every week. I've never seen that pattern.
Well, regardless, I think this motion will be able to get us where we want. If we get Ron paid by Thursday,
You're missing
if
the
he can.
point, though. You're missing the point that the thing is,
The problem, here's the problem, to be totally honest with you guys.
LSL.
I'm not 100% sure on all that stuff. So if I was, then I'd tell you, but I'm just trying to get us to where, because it should just be a nice, easy meeting tonight. It shouldn't turn into anything.
One more thing. LSL is our accountant,
Yes,
therefore they can cut a check any day of the week.
yeah, remember they're redundant, remember?
well, I sure hope so. So hopefully we can get that.
If they can't cut a check,
So,
So,
motion.
then they should.
Sally, what's that motion?
So Chase made a motion for the district to reimburse Ron Thompson by Thursday. If that can't, if.
That can't be
if we
accomplished.
Can't meet the deadline, President Dowling will reimburse Ron Thompson and the district can reimburse President Dowling. Tuesday. I wrote Thursday.
Tuesday, thank you. Can I get a second? Anybody want to give me a second? Because if not, it's gonna fail, guys, come on.
Do it or not.
Second,
Hank can make a check.
well, so I already said that. So I said to have it done by Thursday.
Oh, that Hank will make the check out?
Read it again, Sal, listen to it.
Chase made a motion that the district reimburses Ron Thompson by Thursday. If they can't meet that deadline, President Dowling will reimburse Ron Thompson and the district can reimburse President Dowling on Tuesday.
See, you're getting him out, you're, what do you call it, getting him out of doing it. Because.
I told them to do it, but if they can't, so here's my thing.
It can be done.
I sure hope so, but here's the problem is, I don't know if it can be or not, and I'm gonna tell you my.
Tell him to do it. You tell him to do it. We're the board.
Direct staff
Yeah,
according.
yeah.
And we're
He doesn't
direct,
control
so
what we do.
if you guys listen to the motion, it directs
Is there a
staff to
second?
do it.
You covered for me was what you did.
I don't see it that, but
Is there a second?
No, there wasn't.
All right, I'm
I can't stand this, I'm gonna second it.
thank you.
under protest. This is bullshit.
Ron, you can come back. Okay, public comment? Anything on the out?
No.
Roll call vote, please.
Okay.
Before we're going on, I'm gonna just ask Hank to make sure that this paperwork's gonna work, because. You know, there's been a lot of things said here about the district and their, the steps that they have to go through, their span of control. And we seem to be trying to jump over that. And so if Ron has a receipt, but you pay him, and then how do you get a receipt that says?
Sally's got the receipt.
That's right.
Okay, but you can see somehow you guys are gonna have to make this back so that the district has data that says that that money that he's giving you
Was, yeah, the same.
was for the computer.
Yeah, I think we covered it with that motion. I don't think that
I
that's.
think I think you have. I just, as we go through this, I just wanna make sure that we all understand that that's what we're doing here. And it's a little bit different than what you would normally do. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's any harm. Sally, roll call vote, please.
All right, Chase Downey,
Yes.
Mark Bell,
Yes.
Roger Pruitt,
Yes,
and Diane Foster.
No,
Okay, motion carries 3-2,
3-1.
or 3-1, sorry. That's right, we don't have Ron here, so. Now, with that said, moving along, I don't think there's anything else to cover in that. So we can go on to, policy action items for revision of policy number 5025. As you can see, we took out the numbers and then we took out the, in 5025, we took out the limits, because limits weren't working for us, and we put in our time limit. So basically, that was the main concern when I first came up with this policy, was the time limit, because anything after 2 to 3 hours, everybody starts to get a little loopy. So, I'll start with Roger.
So I have a few, I think, mostly, some questions, maybe we can go through.
Okay.
On 5025.22,
0.22, okay.
and I'm looking at the final version, because the marked up version doesn't quite come through the same way. It says, under future agenda items or discussion item categories, I think that's a colon there. And then it says A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, and that's very atypical. It's already A up above. So that would mean referring to this section would be done by saying it's 5025.22 A1, which makes no sense. I'd suggest.
Right, it would go,
the extra
it would
A's.
go, yeah, A and then B, C, D, E,
No,
or
no,
1, 2, 3, you would say 1, 2, and no A's, just A1, A2, A3, A4,
Right.
and we don't need this A
Exactly.
listed. I understand what you're saying there, yeah, so strike that,
And then under the second paragraph, under 5025.24.2,
4.2, yes,
it says unfinished items in the previous agenda are automatically moved to the next board meeting agenda in the same order listed in the previous agenda. Unfinished items.
So-
That's clear as mud to me.
so unfinished items would be if we, as a board, take, and call the meeting at 2 hours. And there's still items left on our agenda that we haven't addressed.
So could we change this to perhaps items not discussed? Because we see, sometimes we don't take action, right?
Right. Items not discussed, I like that. Okay. And,
A couple other little strange items. Further down that section, under, it's calling it point 2.1.
yeah, and 24 point, yeah, it'd be 2.1. If
That's-
action
you're repeating
categories
the-
are empty.
You're repeating the two. I don't know if we did that before, but repeating the two would not be correct. You take,
Well, cause you'd be 24.2, then 24.21.
yes.
Yeah, if actions categories are empty, no scheduled items.
Okay, but that actually wasn't my big item. That was one of them is, oh, I see. Nope, that's not an item.
Okay,
It's better. Under 0.2.2,
yeah, 2.2.
which if you read this would be 5025.24.2.2.2.
Would be 5025.24.2.2.
0.2,
No, not 3 twos, just only one.
well, because you have these twos.
Oh, so you're saying, cause this one's already there, And this one, so that one should be 0.1, and then this one should be 0.2 is what you're suggesting.
Correct, you don't need the point.
Right, there's it's not redundant is what you're saying. Okay, so take out the twos there. I understand.
And then in that, in that one there, it says if multiple directors submit in an empty category, A. And I think that those are. Is that a subtitle? What's the A for? And there's not even a space. We did empty
Okay, so you know,
category.
that's I think that's never got removed. That was supposed to actually get removed because, for 0.22. So it's coming back to,
So you just take out the A, we say.
let me see, let me go back through that again. Submittal requirements, directors can submit, so,
We had the same problem with the point two C four.
for inclusion on the board action items, board members, action items, future agenda items, and discussion. So it'd be, 5025.22A is what that's referring to, and there is now for inclusion into board member action items, board member policy. So if multiple directors submit in category, all qualifying items may appear in action items. And so
So
22A,
the period just goes after empty category and that A is.
yeah, that A is not supposed to be, that's supposed to just be typo, that's a typo,
Right, so take-
so it's period there. Yeah,
That was it for me.
okay. Diane?
Well, I'm not gonna be voting on this because I want the whole thing removed. And I never really understood why that we have restrictions for board members and I did some research on that to find out why you put that in there. Because, so I went back for 2025 and found that Roger has never ever submitted an agenda item ever, 3.5 years. Mark in 2025 submitted one. You submitted two, which one, and I've submitted 13. It just made no sense. I still to this day does not make any sense.
Well, you notice I took off all the limits.
Well, yeah, after it, we had 6 months of slowing our progress down.
Well, so this here, when I did 5025 originally, it was just to give us structure, and I noticed that other boards like the,
Well, I won't
The-
vote at all.
the
Not voting on.
supervisors anyways. The reason why I did it was because it was just to kind of cut down on our time limit, because it had been so long. But then I realized we already have it, we put in the 2-hour time limit that where we vote to go ahead, keep meeting. So then what's the, after that, and plus we haven't stuck to the category limits anyways. Yeah.
Well,
We've submitted everything,
Well,
we've always
nobody ever
heard
submits
it,
anything but me, pretty much.
or me, yeah.
Well, you submitted two and.
I've submitted more than two, the ones that, no, there's more than two, because there's ones that you have submitted that I've submitted as well that are on the same, but I just gave it to you.
Well, I don't.
No, that's very true. I actually, yeah, sorry, I apologize.
Anyway, I'm
So-
not gonna vote, I'm not voting on it, I'm
Mm.
passing on a vote because I
Okay.
want the whole thing.
Sounds good. With that said, I'd like to make a motion to, approve 5025 as amended. And I will give the amendments to the secretary. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Any public comment?
No.
Anything on the owl? Is there even anybody on the owl?
Brittany is on the owl and that's it.
Okay. All right, roll call vote, please, Sally.
Shades County,
Yes?
Art Bell,
Yes,
Roger Pruitt,
Yes,
Diane Foster.
I abstain.
All right. Motion carries 3-0. And with that said, we can adjourn this meeting. Meeting adjourned. 7 o'clock. Hey, look at that, half hour.
so all we have to do is have just two items and we're done in an hour.
Half hour.
Half hour,
Half hour.
well, Friday started at 6:30, yeah.
Sorry, I do, am I taking this tonight then, or do I
Seems like
get
it,
it
yeah.
The al-
more,
well, you can, so
more than? like-
what it would just be, come get it from the next meeting.
Okay,
So,
sounds good.
so wait a minute, have you seen what he has to go through to set this up?
No, that's why I was like, oh, I kind of want a little time to.
So
Yeah.
you need to get some training, you need to see what this is like. I mean, do you even have a port that he has that plugged into?